For the last 11 years with my coaching clients, I have always referred back to these 3 Ps. So this is for you if you have a personal brand, if you have a portfolio career, a small business, you work for yourself, freelance, my people. And we are always looking at these 3 Ps in terms of you and what feels really good to you. And notice I didn't say look first because, looks might fade, but it's that feeling, that connection, that alignment. You know yourself when you try something on and sometimes it makes no sense because you look at the price list and you're like, what? I can't believe I'm about to spend this. But sometimes you might put something on and you just go, it feels like me. It just works. It's the same with your business model. I want you to have that sense of it just feels good. I just know that this is the work that I'm supposed to do in the world. So the first P that I really help you with, and you can do this work as a strategy session, or you can do the everything one on my website. I will leave the links down below. The first part is very much about the planning. So in a world where I feel that we're very much exposed to possibility, which I think is a great thing, but everywhere we look and turn, there are ways that you can make money or a trend that you absolutely have to do right now. We know all those clickbaity titles, that urgency, like don't do this, otherwise like it's quite a lot. So even though we may not be aware of it, our subconscious is like collecting all this data going, okay, is it this? Is it that? Should I be doing this? And then when it feeds in to your action and how you plan your day, sometimes it's just really busy and it can feel a bit stop-start and overwhelming to actually move forward in this way. So planning is not to do with anything out there. It's actually to do with everything that's going on for you. And that's not just about feeling. This is about your personality. This is about your circumstances. This is about your own personal business goals. So often we will hear these marketing terms and trends that say, you've got to be doing this if you want a business by the end of 24. Well, the thing is, I've met so many business owners over the last 20 years, and success looks and feels very different and can be achieved in so many different ways. So even though it can be compelling to go, well, maybe I should listen to this, I want you to start with you first. What is going to work for your personality? And I know that there was very much when I started my coaching business, there was this bro culture of working till 2:00 in the morning, then waking up at 6 and then exercising for 2 hours. And I just couldn't get my head around staying up till 2:00 in the morning. It just didn't work for me. I was like, I just don't think that I can. And certainly I'm not going to be productive at that time. So I had to come up with a different way of doing this. And that was to do my creative work in the morning, because that's when I get my ideas and things like that. And my more sort of embedding work in the afternoon, as it were. So I just found that rhythm that worked for me. Likewise, circumstances. I know, again, there was this culture of like, work 18 hours a day. You would do it if you do whatever it takes if you wanted this to be a success. And yes, there is always that instinct behind it. But equally, for me, if knowing my babies, if they were upset, I'd want to be with them. And if I could help them, I absolutely would. And I don't want to leave them in a room crying for 2 hours where I'm like, I've got to get this email done because I'm doing this like 20-minute schedule. No. And as they've changed and developed, they need different things from me now, and different circumstances breed different chapters of business. So that's why my business model is always evolving to accommodate those things. Thirdly, in this, and we've only got to the first P, but it's all about your own personal goals. So there are again, so many different versions of success. And my clients come to me with the most glorious wish lists. And I love to read them because I want to know what all of those things are. And so when it comes to designing and planning your business model, it's really important that you bear in mind all of those elements rather than just going for the money. Because yes, that might work for a week or for one launch, but if you want to build that sustainability, if you want to breathe that life into your business, you've got to put yourself first. The second P, it's all about pricing and packaging. So in terms of this business model, it's really about designing services that your clients will love, that will get great results from, that will provide a solution. But before you serve them, make sure that it serves you. And I got this twisted for so many years. I was trying to do all of do you want me to do this? Shall I help you with this? And I just ended up feeling like I was all over the shop, or sometimes out of alignment, or overworking, or burnt out, or all of the above. And now what I've learned to do is to lean into the way that I like to work and how I work best, and then operate from that place. Game changing. So all about the pricing and the packaging can then lean into what you've done in the planning section of really thinking, okay, so how do I want to price these things? What are my business goals? What are my life goals? So therefore, what do I need to sell? So there's a conversation, there's an engagement between these two things. We're not just plucking numbers and going, yeah, I want a 6-figure business. And it's like, but why? What do you want to do with that? How do you want to make it happen? The third thing is really about presenting it. And I would love to think that you could just put one blog post up on Google and then people would just find you, because that's what used to happen back in the day. But now is not that time. And also the exposure needed for your business is much more demanding, I would say. But there are so many people also that you have access to, that you could reach with your message. And I've realized this over the years. There've been talks that I've done, and I think my record is 58 different countries around the world listening to this talk, which absolutely blows my mind, because it's extraordinary to me that I can sit in my home in North London and talk to all of these people. Hello, I'm a child of the 80s. But I also realize how difficult so many people find talking about their business, selling their business, creating content, creating that visibility, rhythm, that strategy, so it's consistent, but it doesn't burn them out. And so I really dive into all of those areas, because I know that for people, in order to connect the dots, they have to see you, they have to experience you, they have to know what you're all about. So if you want to find out more, if you want to work through these 3 Ps in person and really go into lots of juicy detail, come to my Work With Me page. Equally, if you want to just work through this by yourself, you can come to the Everything one, which is in my shop, and you can get started, or you can do a variety. You'll find a goal setting section, you'll find the money section. Just go for what it is that you need and get stuck in. Lots of love, and I'll see you next time. Bye.